Hi, I'm Marysol. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing my June month review page. This goes in my planner and I'm going to show you. I still have not filled out February, people. Hold up, because I have my letter, which I don't really show to myself. I always show this, but if you haven't seen it, then it'll be nice for you to see. So when I started this planner, I had no idea what I wanted it for. I probably should have put my word of the year and then gone from there. But at the time, I did my word of the year in my planner and then did this goals page and then I stuck it in here. And from there on, this planner has taken a life of its own. And so this is my goals for this year. I did a vision board and I love how this vision board came out. It's so cute and it's really all the things that I've been working towards. Then I decided to include my word of the year. I started reviewing the things that I've been working on. So this is January and I love how this page turned out. I did February, yes, but it was mid-January. If you've been in my channel before, you know this. Mid-January, my kids got really sick with influenza type A, and then everybody got sick, and it took me a really long time to recover. My husband came back from out of town. It was just a really hard month or half of the month for us. And so, February I worked on a lot of things, not a whole lot, but did work on a lot of things. And so I want to write it down. I don't know. I've said this before. This page to me is so pretty that I just don't even want to write in it. But I am going to write on it because, that's the reason why I did it, so I can write in it. But this is March. Then I did April. I just finished doing my May recap and I am going to post it. It'll be posted next week, so you'll get to see that. But this is a preview. And now I'm going to do my June. So we're in the middle of June, and what I like to do is have these pages already set. So this will go here. I am going to do a 6-month review on all the things that went well, that didn't go so well, things that need to improve on, and things that I really need to work half of the year and on. I have already done my July, and I'll be sharing this in a later post, but what I want to start doing in July is start really focusing on the things that I want to work on, and then I want to review those things on this page. So I'm going to start having a 2-page spread in the next 6 months. So yeah, stay tuned to that. But today we're going to work on my June spread, and I have this paper here. I was looking for some scratch paper and I use this to practice sometimes, but I am going to use the Mermaid pet tape and washi box set. It's so cute and I just thought that it would be perfect to start kind of the summer vibes with this. We're gonna keep them out here, but I'm looking at the colors and I want to make sure. I always go for purple, which is why I thought to bring other colors out. That's too bright. I don't think I have like the right color. That blue, actually this blue might work with it. Yeah, actually I think the blue might work. And that green would work too, but I think I'm gonna use the blue. And then so we're just gonna put, oh, that just flew. I took all these pens. I'm gonna have to put it all right back in, but we're gonna do this. Well, actually, use it on here. And let's do June. So I've been doing a lot of specialty pages, and I don't always like showcase them or show them. I plan a lot for myself. I don't know, I really like how my goal review pages are turning out. And so that's why I started sharing it. Like, even, I'm going to show you right now. I'm just going over with my pen. And I've said this before, I don't like when I use my pen and I go over it, I really am not trying to be perfect at it. As you can see, it's not perfect. I just kind of like the doodle effect of it. And if it's not perfect, it's fine because it just looks natural to me. And that is what counts. So I'm going to do that. And then this here. All right. And I used a Muji 0.38 for that. And this, I just use the Zig brushable markers. And I use the lighter side. I don't even know if this has, it says pure blue. So we'll do that. And then here we are going to write monthly goals review. And I'm just going to write it right down here. So monthly goals. I should do it down here and then I can leave that space open. So let's do that. How about we change it up for this video? We'll do like a little like that. All right, so now that we have that, oh, I was talking about, yeah, things that I do that don't always make it on to in like social media. And so let me show you. So like right now I've joined a book club thanks to my friends Ruth and Jess from Knit Plan Jess. Yes, I think that's her handle. And Ruth from Ruthful Planning. And so I did my May, which I need to go back and write it in, but I have all the information of all the books that I read, reviews, kind of what I was currently reading when the month ended, spicy level, ooh, and how I'm rating the book. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. But for June, I'm reading a whole lot more. Like, I don't even know how many books I've read, but I've read a lot right now. At least for me that wasn't really reading as much. So I'm gonna start writing in my what I've been reading, and then here will be like my June recap. I might put in a sheet just to put like the pictures of the books that I've read up to the moment, or I can paste it on the back. And then here I'm just might just decorate it. It all depends. But I thought this one turned out really cute. Our book club is reading The Night and the Moth. I don't know what this is, but whatever this is, it's driving me crazy. I don't know what I poured on it. The Night and the Moth, I started it and then I realized that I was reading very quick, so I stopped because our book review meeting, our book club meeting is until the end of the month. And so I didn't want to read it early and then forget what I read. That's why I started I stopped. I am going to read this now that I have it. It's kind of like a guide for the book, and I'm really interested in reading it and then going to read the book. What in the world is that? Oh, that's like it's like a sticker that's on here. And then I did see that the Happy Planner came out with kind of a book uh thing for notes and information. I am really thinking that I'm going to purchase it and start using it, but we will see. In the meantime, let's get back to that. So that's kind of a preview. That's what I've been doing. I don't always share everything that I create. Sometimes, I like to create for myself, which is kind of nice. So yeah, that's one of the things that I just sat down and did while I was cooking. I think that's where that spot came from, but I don't remember how it happened. And I'm really enjoying that process with just myself. All right, I'm gonna add some of this here too, but I'm not gonna slant it like it is there. I'm just gonna do that. It's a little crooked though, but we're gonna leave it. And then I'm just gonna do it on that side. I might bring some washi down here, but I don't know yet. Hold up, I don't like how this looks. The good thing about washi is that it lifts up so good that you can just cut it up like that. I don't know, I might add something there. Let's check up the pet tape. I think this is so cute. I want to add some of these bubbly stuff. Look at how cute this is. So let me start with this. I need to be careful. If you know, you know, I get really carried away with decorations, and then I'm upset that my stuff doesn't fit. So I am going to try to be careful, but I really want to use this. And I feel the need to put it right here. That's covering a whole lot, which I don't know how I feel about that. So let's see. I could probably add a fishy or something like right there. Okay, that's not bad. Let me grab my tweezers. I like this. It always happens. I get carried away with the decoration part of my pages, and then I don't leave myself a whole lot of room, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to be careful on how I'm placing things. The good part about these pet tapes is that it like lifts us so nice and clean that I won't have an issue. If I have to move stuff around, I'll be okay to do so. But I'm loving how this is looking up to the moment. Let me add some boxes. I usually tend to gravitate when I do these pages with towards the already pre-made clusters. So we are going to have to make our own clusters with this. I'm looking for a double box, but I want it in purple, and I am seeing all the colors except for purple. I can use a pink one because I know there's pink here, so I could probably use this one. And we're just gonna make our own cluster. I'm going to use this right here. Actually, see if I have just a regular box. I'm always using the boxes first, which puts me in a bind. Okay, I have too many stickers in my hand. We're just gonna work with it. So I'm gonna put, ooh, well that went down fast and in a hurry, took me off guard. Let's put this one right here. And hopefully that's straight. I do want to put this, but I feel like I should probably add some of this like teal color. So let's use this. It's light, but I feel that it'll all go together. So let's put this teal here. I'm going to put this circle here, although there's a lot of the same color there, and I don't know if I like that. But we're going to have to use those. All right, then we're going to do a cluster up here. I'm going to use this purple one. It's a little lighter than that one. And I'm going to grab, hopefully, some square boxes. I always forget what are those called. Some square boxes in pink. So that is perfect. We have some pink. I am going to put this one right here. And I think this is going to be okay. Well, we might have to do this here. And then I'm going to get like this aqua. It probably should have been this one. Let's see if there is a square. No, there is not. But so I'm going to use this one here, right here, and then let's grab this. What else do I want to grab? Color down here. And then what we're going to end up doing is decorating around, which is fine. So let's put this here. Is that crooked? It looks crooked. Let's do that there. And I'm going to put this one right here. Yes. All right. I think that's cute. Now, I know it's a little box heavy. We're going to try to smooth it out with some of these girls who are just absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. I want to use her, but she's so big. And actually, I think I can, because I'm just going to put her right here. Like that. Now, the reason why I started doing these pages, one was because I wanted to really be intentional with how I'm working on in my goals and goal planning. And then the other thing is I want to keep track of the things that I'm doing, because I think that's why, not that I think that I was failing, but I wasn't as intentional as I could have been had I known what I was working on. And so that's why I started these pages. And it's really been eye-opening for me, because I've really started to see, well, I'm working on this, but I'm not working on that. And I've, this is, okay, I need to gather my thoughts a little bit. So because I am checking out what I'm working on and things that I might not be working on as much, I've noticed, right, that it's because I am avoiding working on certain things. And that's great, because now that I know that I'm avoiding certain things, right, that I'm intentionally not working on this stuff, I can force myself to actually work on them. And I know that sounds terrible and it sounds horrible, but it is the truth. And so I'm happy that I have this opportunity, that I'm able to do it, because I am now being a lot more intentional with what I'm doing and how I'm planning. Wow, this was so quick, and I'm here talking and blabbering away, but look at how fast this page came together. Now, I do need a quote. I always add a quote for encouragement. So we're going to find a quote. I cut into my page a little bit. I hate when I do that, but that's fine. I'm going to add some of this up here. Like this, I was drawn into pet tape because of my beautiful friend Jess, who she just does beautiful stuff with the pet tape. And I love it so much, but I'm not always, I guess I don't always, no, I don't like how that looks there. I don't, what am I trying to say here? I feel like this can go right there, but I might save it and see where I want to do it with it. But let me see. Let me keep looking. What was I saying? Because I lost track of what I was trying to say. So yeah, so I really wasn't using it, and I only been drawn to stickers, which I mean, right? If you love stickers, you love stickers. But she started telling me, like, she started using the pet tape, and I was like, well, maybe I should give it a try. I think it was a sticker book that was completely sold out, and I was like, oh, I really want that sticker book. And she's like, the sticker book is not available, but the actual pet tape is. You might just want to try the pet tape. And I was like, do I really want to try the pet tape? Like, and I'm so happy I actually did. I ended up getting the pet tape, and then to my surprise, I also was able to snag a book. And I was so happy to have snagged this book because I've been using it. I've used it, I think, more than the anything else that I've used. And now I've also been able to use the pet tape, and I just love it. Look at how cute. All right, I want to use this tail, and I know I added a little bit of floral there, nowhere else. I just don't know if I want to add anywhere else because I think it's cute just as it is. And it doesn't look random. At least it doesn't to me. If it looks random to you, let me know. But it doesn't look random to me. I wish, though, that I had more of these bubbles to use. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it. Let me get my mat. Anyway, hopefully this is all making sense. So she got me to try the pet tape. Now that I am an affiliate for Rongrong, I have been more using her pet tape, and I'm like really enjoying it. So I'm happy she actually opened my eyes to it because yeah, this has been fun. So I'm using the gyro knife, I think it's called, or I don't know how you call it. If you know what it is, let me know. And I used my mat. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this and add it right here. I think that'll look, actually I can even do this because that's cute. I am gonna add some more. Anyways, the sole purpose of doing these little things of, I do want to put that there though. Let me see, maybe I can lift her up, is to have somewhat of accountability with my goals. And it's been really eye-opening for me. Like I said, I now know that when I feel things are very hard, I tend to procrastinate on them. That's why in the next 6 months, I'm changing up how I'm going to be checking up on my goals. And that's the great part of it, right? Because now that I know, now I can adjust. And that's what I've been doing, just adjusting as I am learning about myself. And I'm loving it. Been it's been something, and I wish I would have done this sooner, learn this about myself sooner. I knew that I was avoiding, right? Because we know when we're avoiding doing something, but I didn't understand why. Now, I understand. It's because it's too much for me, or yeah. Does that look weird? It kind of does. Let me see. I want it to look natural, but for it to look natural, I would have to do that. I don't know if I like that, but maybe if I cut a little bit of it, like let's cut this right here, and we can put this right there. I think that's cute. And then this right here. Let me see if I can, yeah, right, okay. All right, that's cute. And now again, I need a quote for right here. I don't know. Ouch, I just scratched my knee with my desk. Let me see. By any chance, do I have anything? No, I do not. But I need a quote. Well, I don't think I could use a goals quote, would match, or maybe a self-love quote. I just need a small quote there, and it doesn't have to be much. Oh, even perfect. So we're going to do this one here that says take time to reflect. Doubt kills more dreams than failure. Ooh, I might do this one. So what I've learned about this is that I'm going to cut here. Like, I need the blade to naturally flow, and sometimes it's not perfect, but when it does naturally flow, I mean, it's great. I was hesitant to use it at first, but look at how great that was. Like, so easy. So I'm gonna put this right here, and it actually kind of matches with this. Now I'm going to go back in here, and I'm going to move some stuff around. Actually, I could put this right here. Yeah, I think that's good. And then let me add some more of these bubbles. And just know that you can get you one of these little gadgets and go. It does have like, it doesn't need a whole lot of pressure to get through. So just remember that. I tend to forget that part, which is why I end up cutting through the plastic. But this is such an easy tool that I mean, it doesn't even go through the tape. So just a really light touch. I don't know why I'm doing this, because you can't even tell. It's well, can you or can you not? I'm gonna cut this little bit right here. Probably should have just used a scissor, but since I already have it out, I'm going to use this. All right, let me see. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Let's put this somewhere like around here. Do that. Let me see. I think this is so cute. Oh my God, I love it. And what, well, if you've been around here a lot more than, I mean, if you've been here for a while, you know how I use my pages. Gonna change in July, so stick to see how that goes. But I love how this page turned out. Now, see that I put this box just a tad bit crooked, and it's gonna stay crooked because I'm not gonna lift it up. I was thinking about lifting it up, but I'm not going to because I love how it looks, and it just really encompasses that the summer is about to happen. This page turned out great, so let me clean this mess up. I will be back and we are going to put it in my planner so you see how it looks. And yeah, we'll go from there. All right, so here is my spread. I hope you like it. I think it turned out so cute. I am happy I add this blue here. There is not a whole lot of blue in the rest of the page, but I think it just comes together. Remember, I use the Mermaid Pet Tape Washi box set from Rongrong, and I am an affiliate for them. So if you are going to purchase anything, please consider using my affiliate link and discount code Marysol in all small caps to save some money in your purchase. If you've recently subscribed to my channel, thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notifications, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.